this is a chart that shows the cost for all of the Bitcoin in existence. So what did we just learn? We have already 95% of all the Bitcoin in existence. Okay. Now, if we have 95% of all Bitcoin in existence, take this let's say there's 20 million Bitcoin. Okay. So that's 95% of it. 71% of all of this supply that exists today was purchased at over $85,000 per Bitcoin. Let me repeat. 71%. This is actually crazy. 71% of all the Bitcoin that exists today, that is in circulation today, was bought at a higher price than $85,000. Which means that if the Bitcoin price goes below that price, below $85,000, over 70% of all the Bitcoin that we have in circulation will be at a loss. Now let's unpack what that means. If you listen to my previous podcast, you will understand how Bitcoin rotates hands, right? So you have people who bought Bitcoin many years ago. The price of Bitcoin goes higher, they sell. There is not enough new supply, right? So the only way to actually buy the Bitcoin is from either existing holders or Bitcoin miners that are mining new Bitcoin. That's the only way. But this metric is showing that most of the Bitcoin that we have right now in existence were bought at over $85,000. So the Bitcoin price lower than that will have so many of the Bitcoin UTXOs at a loss that it makes it highly unlikely that they will be sold at a loss, right? Because this is human psychology. If people are in profit, they want to take profit. But if people are in loss, I mean, there's always market actors who sell at a loss. But if you look at who is in the market now with IBIT, with BlackRock and all the pension funds, and now nation states, now Texas, now all the institutional buyers who are not retail buyers, they're not tourists. They don't have the philosophy of buying and selling over a year. They buy things that they hold for at least 10 years or 15 years. This is the type of absorption or demand that we have right now in Bitcoin. And this metric proves that most of the Bitcoin has been sold at such high prices compared to just 3 years ago, which is absolutely crazy how bullish this is. This indicates obviously that this could be the floor of the Bitcoin price. This could be the floor of the Bitcoin price, because any price lower than this price means that the majority of people will be at a loss. And if you just study the market long enough, you will know that people hesitate to sell at a loss. People want to sell at a profit. People don't want to sell at a loss. This is something you learn also in banking. I've been in banking in my past, so I know human psychology, especially traders. People hate to sell at a loss. People always limit their profits and they always let their losses go. This is the psychology. This is the number one thing that you learn. I never suggest anybody trading, but if you learn anything from trading, that's let your profits go and limit your losses. That's a number one rule. But that's a different story. So my point here is this is an absolute astonishing bullish metric.